I'm so into you, I can barely breathe. And all I wanna do is to fall in deep.
So you guys already know that I absolutely have to start out with the brow snatching. So just like I do on myself and most of my other clients of color, I am starting off with the NYX Brow Gel in the shade Black, and then I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in, I believe I use the shade Fawn. For my clients that aren't of color, I will usually use a different NYX brow pomade and of course a different LA Girl Pro concealer, but for the most part I feel like Black or Espresso in the NYX brow gel is pretty standard for my beauties of color. So to make sure that those eyeshadows blend out nice and smoothly, I'm going in with the NYX HD setting powder, and then I'm starting in on some of the transition shades in her crease. And because I want to do a red smoky eye, of course I'm going to use transition shades that complement the look that I'm going for. So you'll see me build it up back and forth. I don't know exactly which shades I'm using. I know that I'm definitely on the right side of the palette in her transition area, just because I want to make sure that that red is nice and complemented, because we're going to go pretty dramatic on the eyelid. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but we definitely want something to make sure that the other colors, the primary colors that we use, are not super harsh on the eyelid. So now that the outer corner is built up pretty much to where I want it to be, I'm going in on the brow bone with the shade Silk Cream, and then after I am done with the brow bone, then I'm going to go right onto the lid. And OMG, I freaking love this color. Like, this is not even with a sprayed brush. Look how bomb that color is laying down, like obsessed. So once I lay that color down on the lid, then I'm gonna go back in with those transition shades and even some of the outer corner shades, just to make sure that they don't get lost in what I'm doing on the eyelid. So now I want that inner corner to really pop, so I'm going in with a silvery gold shade. Again, I don't know the exact name of the shade that I used, and one thing I will start doing moving forward is making sure that I note what shades I'm using, because I can tell you right now, I'm gonna be in that Jaclyn Hill palette for the next like 20 tutorials, so apologize about that, forgive me, but we'll get it right. So now I'm going on the eyelid to do the liner, then I'm going to go in with mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal, the Lash Paradise mascara. Now I'm cleaning up any fallout that there is, and then we're gonna go ahead and start in on the base. So her skin is getting primed with the Benefit Professional primer, the matte rescue version, because she does have combination skin. And then for the foundations, I mixed together the Maybelline Fit Me as well as the Clinique Stay Matte. And when I'm working on my clients, I like to use small sections at a time. So what I like to do is apply foundation to one section with a brush and then go in with a sponge and just do that in small sections. On my own face, I can work with my entire face, but for some reason on other people, I just like to make sure I take it section by section. That way I don't get to the end and I'm like, oh crap, I don't like this shade, then we have to start all over. So I really like to make sure that I shade match in one section before moving on. That way I know what I'm doing with the rest of the face. And to highlight, no surprise here, LA Girl Pro Concealer I'm going in with. So I'm spreading that out with a brush at first on all the areas of her face that I want the light to hit. So underneath her eye, down the bridge of the nose, the forehead, and the chin. Then I'm going in with a sponge just to blend that out. So I'm laying down that highlight. I'm using the Laura Mercier, the translucent setting powder. I was using the NYX HD setting powder, but that sucker has flashback like a mug. So please, if you're setting your highlight, do not use the NYX HD setting powder because you will get sassed in flash photography. So Laura Mercier, good to go. NYX, So to contour her face, I'm actually using a combination of the NYX Highlight and Contour Powder Palette, as well as the CoverGirl Queen Collection Ebony Bronze Bronzer. On people with deeper skin tones, I just absolutely love that combination. I feel like it gives good definition, then good structure. Then for highlight, I'm combining the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter, as well as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the Sun Dipped version. I feel like those two combined, awesome combination. I'll even do it on myself sometimes when I want to be just a little bit extra. I'm using the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in the shade Sweet as Cocoa. Now I am going on the bottom lash line with some of those transition shades that we used up top. So I am starting with some of those more calm reds, and I'm building it up to a brown. I'm not necessarily going into the black, but I definitely want the bottom lash line to be nice and dramatic, but not too smoky to take away from what we did on the top lid. And then finally, to finish up, I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Shake Down on the lips. Then I'm going over top of that with the cream tone gloss. We're going to finish up the bottom lash line, spray the face, and then we're going to slay all day. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more client tutorials. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and let me know in the comment section some other looks that you would like me to create.